Welcome back, everybody. Well, one way to welcome a new season is changing the look of your front porch. This is a whole thing now, y'all. Wait to hear this. With just a little bit of effort, you can fill in some blank spots or transform that space with plants. Here with his tips for decorating your front porch, ladies and gentlemen, America's garden guy, Dale K.
That kind of has a little bit of a ring to it.
America's garden guy.
America's garden
That's right.
guy.
You're looking good, buddy. You're looking good. Yeah.
So
have you seen Frankenstein? I'm just joking. Don't even worry about that.
That was some of the funniest.
Yeah,
I've seen.
That was, yeah. Okay, where are we starting? But can I give a general thing? I just talked about this on my radio show. This is a thing. People are paying. I'm sure you know this. You're the expert. Decorating your porch with pumpkins and people are paying thousands of dollars. I didn't know this was a thing, Dale.
Yeah, container gardening, decorating, it's all kind of a craze, and with good reason, because you mentioned thousands of dollars. It's a great DIY too. It can be really quite inexpensive.
To do it yourself.
Which is really quite nice. And even if you're in Florida and you don't do you don't have months, it's too stinking hot, or it's hard to celebrate the season there because you don't get the
Our friends down in Texas, yeah.
Yeah, in Texas, things like that. Well, this is a way that you can incorporate fall into your home or the front of your home, even if the leaves don't change where you are. So
okay.
it's kind of a great thing to do. So of course the one that everybody knows and loves is the chrysanthemum, which is right in front of you, been around or celebrated at this time of year since the dawn of time, and with again good reason. It's great fall colors, great
hardy.
Plant. Yeah, relatively hardy. You got to keep the water up to them a little bit. They're a native to China. They went to Japan, took a little trip over there, and then basically took over the world from there. It's one of the most recognizable flowers outside of a rose and a dandelion.
This is right here? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
It's like I think dandelion, a rose, and then chrysanthemums are your top three most recognizable flowers. But for me personally, they kind of bloom out really quick. I don't know if audience, if you have that problem where all of a sudden it gets warm really quick. And
Sue has that problem.
Yeah, Sue.
Yeah.
Well, that's a Michigan's a whole.
I know, right?
I don't get it. But for me, they kind of bloom out a little too quick. So I like to use other plants, and there's a whole host of other really cool, fun plants that you can incorporate into your fall planters. And again, it's relatively inexpensive to do. That's the great thing about plants. That's why it's really popular to decorate your front porch with plants. So I want to run through some of my favorites and then kind of bang it all together at the end. But this red rooster grass, it looks dead.
It does.
But it actually is alive, and you can get that simulation of kind of like a cornfield or something like that. And also with grasses, anytime that there's a slight breeze, you get some really cool movement.
And it does look very fall-y.
Very fall.
It's not even a word, but I mean, yeah.
No.
Fall-ish, Dale.
Fall-ish.
Yeah.
Celosia is another fantastic plant.
Celosia?
Celosia. You'll find them in yellows, reds, this kind of burgundy color. Really, really fun, really very seasonal, and very, very hardy as well. And doesn't bloom, once it's in bloom, it stays in bloom for a long time. And this is what I love about all these plants. They stay in bloom a long time. That's really, really important.
Because some are like little firecracker. It blooms and like the next day,
that's exactly,
a damn deer's eating it.
Yeah, and we have to go all the way to Halloween, right? So that's where we're at. This is a great plant. I want to show this one. It's called helichrysum, or straw flower, and you can hear that straw. It kind of has.
Is that dead?
No, it's alive. Makes a great cut flower as well, which is really, really nice. And then one of my all-time favorites. It's kind of like, I don't know. It has a wonderful little cone flower. It's called gomphrena.
Gomphrena?
Gomphrena. We'll do.
Are you making that up? No, is it really?
I can't be America's.
I know, garden guy
making stuff up.
But is it Gomphrena?
G-O-M.
Gonfrida. She all Gonfrida.
Yeah, that sounds like ABBA or something. Okay, so that's a wonderful plant as well. Very sturdy. Also makes a great cut flower.
Okay.
So this all kind of comes into combinations where you can start to play with all the different colors and textures. And I've got this nice little wicker basket. You do you as far as container gardening. That's the really fun part about container gardening. And then it's just a matter of
putting them all together.
Just putting it all together.
This is what worries me though, Dale. I never know how far do you dig down, and when do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just same depth. It's super easy.
Same depth as what it comes in?
Same depth as what it comes in into your container. I could pop some kale in there. Let's just pop. Actually, I like this one. This little chili pepper. This
That's
is
a
really, Yeah, this is a, like
Oh,
a
I
little,
thought that was fake.
no, a little ornamental chili pepper.
Are those real chili peppers?
Yeah, they're super hot though. Don't stick that. There's better things to stick in your mouth. Don't,
Okay, yeah, I won't. Yeah, I won't. Yeah.
You stay there, Trigger.
I'll stay there. Did you just call me Trigger?
Yeah,
okay, I'll stay over here.
I thought you were going to jump in and eat
He
that.
literally just says, stay over there, Trigger. Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
I'm
so-
not going to stick my hand in there, no.
So from there, you can incorporate other really kind of cool things that are seasonal. I've got some gourds here. I don't know. We can put those in. I don't know. Do you have a particular style or size you like?
Our photographer, Eric, is obsessed with gourds. I'll ask him. Which one? This one? That one. That's a good gourd.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
All right, that one. I like that shape. Actually, you could just kind of hang that too.
Yeah,
And then we're just going to add.
you got to be.
Did I miss
Can
something?
we class it up a little bit? Sue's here, for heaven's sake. I got to,
I'm just going to put.
what's that? No, see, what is that?
I'm going to put some Spanish moss in there just as a little decoration.
Okay.
But another little decoration before we go is, I got this. Actually, this is a local company right here in Minnesota. It's called Soul Soils. They make a great line of specialty soils. But this is like, I'll just take it out of my hand. This is a grit. I don't know if we can see that. It's a little stone.
Okay.
But the reason I like this is because if you've got problems with squirrels digging in your pots, if you just kind of line your pots or line the soil with this stuff,
they won't go.
They won't. Their little nails. Their little hands. What do squirrels have?
I think squirrels have hands.
Yeah, their little hands.
Yeah.
Okay, their little hands don't like scratching through this stuff. So if you've got problems with squirrels getting into your planters, just a little bit of stones, a little bit of grit, kind of keeps them out of your planters. So that's a great little hack. And then you can bang in the bittersweet. We'll gussy it up here a little bit.
Okay, gussy up in the break. When we come back, we're loaning you Dale. He's going to answer some of your gardening questions from our Facebook page, and we'll further examine, do squirrels have hands, when we come back. Back in a moment, everybody. Back after this. Oh, God. Welcome back, everybody. Our garden guy, America's garden guy, Dale Kay is here. And whenever Dale's here, we always want to share him with you. It's time for Ask the Garden Guy. These are questions we received on the Jason Show Facebook page, on the socials. Are you ready, my friend?
Ready.
Okay.
So it's kind of like speed dating.
It's kind of like, or Stump the Band. Carson used to do that. Are you ready? The first question comes from Tom. Hey, Dale, I know this is out of your wheelhouse, but do squirrels have hands? Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. Cheryl is our first question. Dale, do we remove everything from our vegetable garden before winter? And should we compost all of our dead plants? One more thing, should we put any fertilizer into the soil afterwards? Cheryl, one question at a time, please.
No, actually, really, really good question, Cheryl. The short of the long of it is that yes, you can compost all your veggies, with the exception of anything that's diseased. And a lot of times tomatoes will get blight and fungal problems. You don't want to compost anything that's been compromised or diseased. That just goes in a plastic bag and in the trash. You don't want to compost
or on our set.
You don't want to compost that at all.
And then the other part of it, Cheryl had 4 parts to her question. Should we put any fertilizer into the soil afterwards?
I always fertilize in the fall, prepping my garden beds. It's something that you can do that will actually save you a little bit of time in the spring. So yes, or in the spring, either or.
Got it. Next is Roberta. Hi, Roberta. She goes, hey, Dale.
Hey.
Why haven't my colored peppers turned colors? They are still green.
So sometimes once the pepper matures or it gets that mature size, it can take an additional couple of weeks to turn color.
Okay.
Some are just meant to be green. Sometimes you can get mislabeled plants, but generally speaking, just more time and they will turn color.
And they will eventually.
Well, eventually they turn color.
Okay. What kind of peppers were those in that plant you didn't want me to touch? How was that? Red peppers?
No, it's an ornamental pepper, and they are super crikey. They are they're hot.
They're hot. Okay, yeah. I think you almost cussed an Australian. Yeah. Monique, you ready for Monique?
Yes.
Hey, Dale, what causes my spider plants to go from a deep forest green to a soft, light green?
So
These are great questions.
yeah, so I have 2 spider plants in front of me, and one, it might be a little tricky to see, but this one here is actually lighter than this one here. Same plant, so you can get basically a little bit different genetics within or variegations within the same plant.
Okay.
Also, fertilizer or fertility and light conditions will also determine leaf color, how much chlorophyll is in the leaf. So if you move them around, or you don't fertility isn't quite right, or it just could be the plant itself. But you do get variations.
But there's nothing for Monique to be worried about.
Nothing to
Monique, you're fine, girl. Okay, let's go to Tanya. Hi, Tanya. She goes, hey, Dale. How should I go about cutting down hydrangeas and digging up to replant them elsewhere? They're way too large to stay in their original space. It's time to split them up.
So propagate things first, you can't split hydrangeas because they're a woody plant. Only herbaceous perennials, those that die down, you can propagate them by division. And oftentimes with herbaceous perennials, that's beneficial because they'll actually bloom better if you divide them. Shrubs, you can't just cut them in half and think that's going to work. It's too much stress.
It sounds like a lizard's tail. It won't just grow.
It's not going to grow back. But essentially, there's 2 different types. There's a type of hydrangea, particularly in northern climate, that you're going to want to treat a little bit differently, and that's the macrophylla type. And there should be like a little picture of what that macrophylla looks like. But if you see that on the label, that's a sure indication that you're going to want to leave about 1/3 of the plant up.
It's coming. That we have the picture.
Yeah, it's the word macrophylla.
We're either going to show the plant or T-bars. Either one. I don't know which one's going to pop up, but stand by. There it is.
Basically, macrophylla type hydrangeas. At least it wasn't some other picture, right? I don't know.
It is, yeah.
It could have been anything.
Yeah.
Macrophylla, it blooms off of second-year wood, what we call second-year wood. So some of this growth has to make it over the winter for it to bloom again. Other hydrangeas, like pedunculatas, bloom off of what's called first-year wood. Those ones you don't have to worry about, quite like the macrophylla types.
No one loves them more than I do. Give it up for America's Garden Guy. It's Dale K. For more gardening advice, follow him on Instagram, America, right there. Dale K. Garden Guy. We'll be posting this, if you missed any of the tips, a little bit later on the Jason Show socials. We'll be back after this. Back in a moment. That was great, buddy.